This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher. I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. All right, I'm here with my special guest, host of On the Hot Podcast. Thomas Tyree is here with me today to break down a couple different things this NFL Sunday. Tom, man, what's going on, bro? I know you're back from off the road.
What's up, man? Glad to join in today. Voice a little cracked up, but we're still here. I'm glad to be on the podcast today.
No, man, I'm so glad to have you, man. If you don't know, Tom was at the Cowboys game, the Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers game, and man, you know, Tom, he a Cowboys fan. I'll let him live. I'll let you live today, Tom. I'll let you live. But no, man, this is crazy. So I can't wait to talk about this game. But before we do, I'm gonna just run through some scores really quick of everything that happened leading up to that awesome, amazing game from the Cowboys and the Packers. So Thursday night football, we kind of caught, it was snooze fest, if you will. Seahawks, Cardinals, Seahawks won. Then the Commanders, they fell short to the Falcons. Vikings, they lost to the Steelers actually by 3 points. Bills, they beat down on the Saints. Lions beat the Browns. Patriots beat the Panthers. Giants beat the Chargers. Eagles, they ended up beating the Buccaneers in a close matchup. I had my eye out on that game. I thought that one was really cool. We had Texans and the Titans. Was it close? It wasn't close at all, actually. 26-0. Texans ended up smacking them. You had the Rams and the Colts, which was a solid game. 49ers, they fell short to the Jaguars. Chiefs, they beat the Ravens. Bears, they beat the Raiders. And the Cowboys and the Packers, we didn't get a winner. so Tom, bro, look, I was watching this game, and I'm like, man, it's going back and forth. It's crazy, crazy competitive. Dak is on his A game. Packers, they were a little sloppy, but ultimately they buckled down. We're spending all these hours watching this game, and then get to overtime. I'm like, oh, snap, we get overtime? So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm staying up late tonight. I got to work in the morning, but I guess I'm staying up late. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't aware of the tie rules. Because I just wasn't aware of the tie rules, but I couldn't believe it. It was such a great game, and for it to be capped off by a tie, I didn't understand it.
Yeah, and there's a lot that we're going to talk about, because I like the typing that you brought in, and we could talk about the game first. So the game last night, it was absolute cinema. Like you said, man, this was already in the conversation for one of the best games of the league 4 weeks into the NFL season. But once the Packers took control, they were up 13-0, looked like it was going to be a BTA game. But then the block kick that Cowboys had to score 2 points on the board, it seemed like that woke the Cowboys up, and we got a thriller after that. Man, I know the story was all about Micah, but like you said, the two quarterbacks had a great duel against each other. Dak Prescott, Jordan Love putting up 300-plus passing numbers, multiple passing touchdowns. And they put up 40 points together, a combined total of 80 points scored in this overtime game. So this was a classic. This is everything you want for 5 quarters of football. But yeah, being there in front of them annoying Packers fans, just seeing their faces in disgust, them shaking in their boots, praying for a tie. It was a great atmosphere at the game last night.
Man, that is crazy. I couldn't believe it, because One, I'm one person to say like Dak is a top 5, or he was a top 5 quarterback. I readjusted the order, but in the past I've said Dak is a top 5 quarterback, especially when healthy. Like when he's on his A game, he is on his A game. And yes, they had the slow start, but after that block kick, the whole entire momentum changed like drastically. Yeah. You was there, so you really know how it changed, but just watching it, it really shifted. And then Dak went down. Credit to him, man. I really feel like Dak don't get enough flowers. And, you know, I love to take jabs at the Cowboys whenever I can, as you know, but I really think Dak don't get his flowers because to score twice before the half, like, and capitalize on those opportunities, those were, man, monumental in terms of turning that game around and being able to actually give his team a shot to win. So I was shocked. They did a good job at containing Micah Parsons as well. And I was like, I thought Micah Parsons was going to go down there and eat in his debut back with back in Dallas. So I was shocked to see that he didn't really make anything happen.
Yeah. And that's the thing I was telling the Packers fans. I was like, look, I love me some Micah, but you line him up against Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton used to give him problems in training camp. Man. And I knew once I seen that matchup, he could have had a rough day in the office. And the run plays we were running with Javonte Williams going straight at him, running the football, couldn't stop it, just like he couldn't in Dallas. Still one hell of a player. But, yeah, it's just the fact that everything was all centered around him. But the way how Dak played the game, and like you said, he deserves his flowers because the Packers were the best scoring defense heading into this game. I think they allowed under 38 points, 40 points in the first 3 weeks of football. So Dak put up 38 points on them offensively. They were having their way. It was just a really good game, a really good atmosphere to be a part of. But, yeah, the Packers defense, everybody was talking about them, but not enough about Dak Prescott in the offense.
You ain't lying about that part. I think that was an area where we thought coming into this game was going to be dominant from the Packers. We've heard so much within the first 4 weeks of football, like, oh, Packers defense, Packers defense, Packers defense, myself included. I thought the Packers defense was going to come out and show up better than that. But, I mean, I was shocked that they kind of got rolled on all game, if you will. They really got rolled on. So, yeah, Micah Parsons has an effect on that, but, like, it just shows it's still very much a lot of room for improvement with the Green Bay Packers defense.
Yeah, and I think so too, because if this makes sense to you, Manny, in a way I was feeling like this because it broke my heart once I see Mike out there with the coin toss as the captain. I was like, bring my boy back. This ain't even looking right. But in serious talk, I felt like at one point in the game, well, actually until overtime where they said Micah got the sack. I didn't really think that was a sack, but I felt like Micah was missing Dallas and we were missing Micah. I felt like Micah, what he did the 4 years in Dallas, he would communicate with the guys on the defensive line, try to communicate to make plays, whether it's stopping the run. Well, he didn't really do the best at, but stopping the run, getting sacks. In a way, our defense, that's a game we should have won. There were so many times we could have closed out Jordan Love in that offense. There wasn't a strong communicator in that defense, not a true leader in that Cowboys defense yesterday. Michael was that guy. And I felt like if number 11 was still there, we could have got a sack. We could have got more than just one turnover in that game. And I felt like they were just missing each other last night. Micah was missing the Cowboys. We were missing Micah in crucial situations. So I felt like both of each other missed each other last night.
Damn, man, that's a really good way to put that because it was just a one tiny bit of a difference maker on both sides of the ball for both teams. Like, I mean, like it's crazy because I think that's the best way you could have put that game. And it's unfortunate that it ended in a tie, so we'll never get to say, oh, Cowboys are stupid for trading Micah, and we'll never get to really clown Cowboys about that. But I think that's the best way you could have put it. And then especially considering, like, I saw this statistic too, and I think you posted it as well, but Cowboys had a number 1 offense so far in yards per game. And they had the number 32 defense. So they're allowing the most yards per game too. So when you hear a stat like this, it's like, all right, you need all the help you can get on the defensive end. Clearly your offense is rolling, but you can't outscore every single person. Look, the Bengals have been trying to do that for the past few years, and you see it hasn't worked. So with the Cowboys on this trajectory of great offense, terrible defense, what are you thinking down the line?
Well, down the line, see, this is the thing. Like, we put up all these points. A lot of people didn't think about it, but we put up all these points without CeeDee Lamb and 2 starting offensive linemen. But the defense can't stop a cold. Like, I feel like we're going to be the Cincinnati Bengals of the NFL this year. You got this high-scoring offense that can do anything they want. They can run the ball, pass the ball. But if the defense can't stop anybody, how are you going to beat contenders? How are you going to win more ball games? At the end of the day, if this problem isn't solved with Matt Eberflus' scheme, the players don't lock down, get some more turnovers, get some more stops, it's just going to crumble down on Dak Prescott, and it's not going to be good as the season moves on when you play these high-powered teams as the season goes on. So if this can't be fixed by week 6, week 7, we ain't making the playoffs.
Man, yeah, because y'all got a crazy schedule too. So that's the thing that really concerns me. Y'all really did need the win. Like the Packers, I'm not too concerned about in terms of needing a win. Obviously, every win in the NFL is big, and of course we know that. But like with y'all schedule, y'all needed the win. It's these early games. I think we talked about it before the season, actually, or like coming into week 1 or something. We were saying like these early games early on in the schedule is going to be the ones that y'all have to win, because down the line, y'all got dog after dog after dog, like in the last 6 weeks of the season. So it's going to really come like, to do or die down the end of the season. So this was one of them games where it's like, I wish they would have changed the rules, or I wish the rules weren't what they are, I should say, because to me, man, it's not right. To me, it's just not right. If it feels a little wrong to sit there, you got somebody watching football for 4+ hours, and then all of a sudden you don't get to decide a winner. Like, to me, that's just wrong. That's like, dog, oh man, it's just wrong on so many. I want to give comparisons, but I'm not gonna do it because it wouldn't. I won't be able to clip it up. Just okay. I'll put it this way. Anybody out there, give me a comparison of what it's like to watch football for 4 hours and then turn around and not be able to see who won the game because it's considered a tie. Like, you build all of this hype up and then all of a sudden you can't even figure out who to win. So y'all tell me what this is like. I don't want to say it, but y'all tell me what this is like. Tom, man, what you think about that part?
All right, so there's a lot we could talk about for that part. So I want to back to the game, like being there, like when that 1 second was there, I was just like, can we just remove this 1 second because someone deserves to win this game. I'm just like, this is a waste of a second because everybody knew they was going to make the kick. So you're like, you don't win the game, you don't lose the game, you're in the middle. So you don't know how to feel about after the game. It kind of feels like a loss in a way because you don't win the game. Yeah. You're like, it goes like for us, we're 1-2-1. Like, that don't look right. That don't look right. And the Packers, 2-1-1. That don't look right for them either. So when fans left the stadium, it was just like you could hear a pin drop. Nobody was talking trash. Everybody just wanted to get out of it because nobody won. Nobody lost. It was like the blood. Hey, that's the comparison right there. It was like the Blood and Crips coming together to celebrate something they disagreed on.
That is, yeah, man. Because I'm just thinking about that now. Like, bro, y'all, like, literally nobody in that stadium, no fan was able to actually leave happy. Like, Packers fans, you couldn't leave happy. Cowboys fans, you couldn't leave happy. So nobody was able to like leave the stadium and be like, great, like, yeah, what a game. Like, nobody could leave and be happy. That's crazy to me that the NFL, a professional league, the National Football League is allowing games to finish like this. I could see if maybe this was, Pee Wee Junior or high school or even college football, it would still be crazy to do that there. But come on, man, this is the National Football league. And they just ended like that.
And that's where two things I got to say about that with the ties and everything and the rule changes. So we've been through so many rule changes at this point. I'll go back to the most previous one, Manny.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was the overtime rule like a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, where if you scored a touchdown, the game is just over. The other team don't get a chance to put points on the board or so.
Yep.
And that was for regular season. Then it changed in the playoffs. But I feel like because of what Patrick Mahomes did to Josh Allen, they sprinkled in that type of magical touch.
Preach.
You get that you are superior, Josh Allen, to match Patrick Mahomes or do something about it. So just because he's so special and a top 5 talent that everybody loves, they changed the game all because of him.
Preach.
And now, overtime, if one team scores a touchdown, which we didn't see this last night, if one team scores a touchdown, why should the other team be able to match it? And if you're going to do that, you might as well play till sudden death at that point.
Yeah.
To get a winner.
I mean, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I thought it was stupid when they initially changed it. And what's crazy, man, all right, I ain't never thought of this before, and I'm going to get a little bit off topic, and I'm going to shift back on, I promise. But I ain't never thought about this before. Bro, Josh Allen, he kind of been crying a lot. It ain't in a sense of like it's all his fault. But for some reason, bro, why do we give so much pity toward Josh Allen? Josh Allen is the reason, like you said, we've changed the rules of overtime because, the Bills never got a chance to score. And then now, last season, he got the MVP because, Lamar already has one. This guy already has one. Now it has to go to Josh Allen. Like, why we got so much pity toward Josh Allen, which is just crazy to me in the first place. But I agree with you. That's a side note, but I agree with you on the whole thing of overtime rules. We got to just go to sudden death, bro. If the game don't end until 3 a.m, 2 a.m, so be it, bro. So be it. I'm sorry, man. But it makes for good quality football. And I think when I'm looking at different leagues, whether it's NBA, whether it's, especially soccer leagues, like, I mean, you go into PKs, and they're dueling. Like, if it's tied, they're going to keep kicking. Like, it is what it is. Like, I mean, certain leagues, that it is, we getting a winner. It ain't no tie. Like, you competing at the highest level, it shouldn't be no damn tie. So, I think that's just crazy to me. But, yeah, so be it. It is what it is. But y'all got, I know Cowboys, y'all boys got the Jets next week in New York. Yes. Or at the Jets' home. So it'll be an interesting matchup, man. I'm looking forward to it. I really want to know if Dak can continue this type of consistency. And I think if he does, y'all will probably see a lot. Y'all get in the playoffs. I think so, possibly.
It's possible. Defense just got to do something. Or we got to make a trade. We're going to have to make a trade to be a difference maker.
Would you be open to trading? Okay, I just want to hear your personal preference. Would you be open to trading one of them dogs at receivers?
Oh, receiver, no. After what I seen last night, all of them.
Bro, definitely had George Pickens.
Jalen Colbert, maybe. But the rest of them, no. No Pickens, no Turpin, no.
Dog, yeah, y'all, man. Hey, George Pickens was out there working, dog. I'm like, dog, Steelers tweaked out letting Dak get George Pickens over there with CD. I'm like, CD wasn't even playing, but yet that's why I'm like, that's gonna be a hard offense to stop. That's gonna be a tough offense to stop. And like, granted to the Packers, yeah, I know they have a lot of potential on the defensive end, but they made the Cowboys offense look extremely elite. Like, Cowboys offense is already good, but they made the Cowboys offense look extremely elite. And that's not a good sign from the Packers after, being talked about as one of these elite defenses in the NFL. So I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, that's crazy. But any finishing thoughts on the game? Something you noticed and something you enjoyed at the game? Just, random thoughts that you wanted to get off your chest?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple. I will say, because me being in the Maryland area, I've been to several Ravens games, Commanders games over the years. So this is my first time going out to Dallas to the stadium. Mm-hmm. So I would recommend for anybody. Well, I don't know, like, because those are the only stadiums I've been to up to that point. The way how Jerry Jones makes the stadium, it's like the home side gets the cushioned seats. I was on the visitor side because, it was more beneficial for my pockets, even though I had to spend a lot. But the seats, they're comfortable, but you don't get that cushion side. He wants you to really feel it on the visitor side. So that's just a recommendation for anybody that go out there and want to support the Cowboys or whoever you want to support. I will say it's a difference to know that if you can feel a game is turning, because I thought at 13-0 we were in trouble. But if you could get that home block, that block kick or anything that goes, the crowd is right behind you to get that momentum swing to get you right back in the game. It's everywhere that I've been to for an NFL game, home field advantage is the real thing.
Definitely. I can agree with that part. I've been to a couple Lions, or I've been to one Lions. This was before they were like elite, of course. And then Bears game, I pretty much catch a Bears game each season just being in Chicago. So it is crazy. It's a crazy thing. What's weird is this year, I don't know if I'm going to a Bears game, but and they got some promise this year. So I'm like interested to actually go see. But I can definitely agree with you on the home field advantage thing, because it's crazy. And I know I'm not too, I'm not a Cowboys fan or anything, but I just know it's different in Dallas, bro. And I want to go. I definitely want to go to a Cowboys game at some point in my life. I feel like as a fan of football, I feel like I have to. Whether I know I ain't gonna be cheering for the Cowboys, but I just feel like I have to go. Like, even if my team not playing, I feel like I need to go. And best believe I go and wear my Falcons jersey too. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was gonna say too. No matter who you're a fan of, I recommend to go to that stadium. I want to go to the other big stadiums one day, like maybe out to LA, catch the Chargers Rams game. Yeah. Maybe a Vegas game if they can turn down the prices a little bit. Yeah. But that stadium right there, I will say that is something that all NFL fans should try to get to one day, to experience that type of atmosphere.
Definitely. Yeah, I plan on it. One of these days, I plan on it, man. Well, Tom, man, let people know where they can find you, where they can listen to the pod.
Yeah, you guys can find On The Hop on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I started to mix it up on Twitter again. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. We drop videos. We drop different type of things for more engagement. So it's a different place to share their different aspirations, aspects for the sports world. Football, basketball, boxing, you name it.
Well, hey, y'all check him out. Definitely go ahead, follow Tom on the platforms, man. Check out his content. He be having some good stuff on there. So y'all got to look it up and then give him a follow. Go ahead, subscribe and all of that stuff as well. Other than that, man, look, I'm about to get up out of here. We getting up out of here. Tom, I'm going to have you back at some point. I don't know when, but I'm going to definitely bring you back. And look, man, I know I'll be back with another episode later on this week. And so on and so on and so on.